Hey, YouTube, it's me, John Avenger, once again. I'm back. I've been on hiatus for a couple of days, just, blowing off some steam. Welcome to the first day of summer. If you're living here in the East Coast, it's June 21st, 2015, and we're officially in the summer, and I couldn't be happier because there's a lot of movies coming out that I'm really, looking forward to seeing. Now, this is a Marvel film, but it's not one of the Avengers films. It's a early Marvel film from like the late 90s that was their first big success that led to, X-Men, Spider-Man, etc. And that is the R-rated, adults-only version of Blade. Yeah, this is an awesome movie, Blade. I saw this movie a couple years ago. I bought it at a CD shop for like a couple bucks, and I didn't know what to expect. But from the word go, the movie it has a very very dark and interesting plot. Basically, the beginning of the film, you see it starts with like Tracy Lords going to like this club, this underground club with a bunch of people, these suckers that they don't know that they're vampires. And when they go into the club, it starts raining blood, and that's awesome. I mean, they definitely homage that in other films. Uh, and then once they start feasting on the innocents that are there, and there's blood everywhere, and their fangs come out. Blade comes in like a badass and starts killing them and chopping them to pieces, and just owns them. I mean, Wesley Snipes is the perfect Blade. And no matter what people feel about the films, whether it's this one, the second one, or the third one, he was Blade. He was meant to play this part and just nailed it. From his mannerisms to the way he talks, the fact that he looks like the character. He has badassery just, with his screen presence, and you can tell that when Blade is on screen that, the show is on. It's so on. Some of the CGI does look dated because it's from 1998. Remember, this is when CG was, pretty much, starting to like appear in a lot of films, especially summer blockbusters. But it is dated, so when he destroys certain folks and they burn and turn to skeletons, it's like kind of video game-ish. And also at the end when he's fighting Stephen Dorff, spoilers, he cuts off his hand and then his hand reappears and there's like this red video game looking thing. It looks weird, just I don't think they needed CGI in this movie. There were Batman from the 80s didn't have any CGI, or Batman Returns, at least I don't think so. And it just they did it. They did it in Spawn and in a bunch of other films. But Blade works because it has a really good cast. It's a dark, brooding film, kind of like The Crow was. I like that atmosphere. That it didn't. It wasn't a kids' movie. They treated it like an adult movie with gore and curse words and a lot of dark atmosphere and creatures. There's a creature that's so huge, it's like a female Jabba the Hutt that speaks this weird, like vampire language, and then Blade uses a ultraviolet flashlight on his face, and it's like, it's really creepy. Um, the girl in the film, I haven't seen her in much. N. Bush Wright, I haven't seen her in that many things, but she's a gorgeous black woman, of course. I never have a problem with that. Donald Logue was fun. I really enjoy him on Gotham as Harvey Bullock. He's just a great Canadian actor, very funny, very charismatic. He's just a nice guy to see on screen when he plays a likable character, even when he's a douche. Stephen Dorff, I like this actor. I've always liked him. I think he's the best villain in the Blade series. I didn't care for Dominic Purcell as Dracula, but I'll get to that one when I review Trinity. And the villain in the second movie, he looked cool, but I don't really remember him that much. But I do like Stephen Dorff. I think he's very strong in the film. His fight with Blade is not shaky cam. You could see what's going on. This has some great fight choreography. Uh, you know, uh, when Chris Christopherson, when he talks to Blade, they have a lot of conversations in the film about who he is. They show the backstory when his mom was pregnant with him and she was bitten by a vampire and then she dies giving birth in the hospital, and he becomes a half blood and he has to inject this blue uh like serum into his neck so that he can be immune from the sun's rays and he could walk in the daylight. But unlike Twilight, this is not laughable. When he walks in the daylight, you can see it, and he's not sparkling. He's not some gay glittery crap that they put in Twilight. He's a badass, and it's sad what happened to Wesley Snipes. His tax evasion. Dude, you have to pay your taxes. You make millions of dollars, they're going to take some of the profit from you, because that's just the way it is. We live in America. We don't have a tax-free, country that we live in. I'm sorry. But anyway, enough of that. That's just sad. Uh, Blade, I like the film is at a fast pace. It's not 3 hours long. Uh, the film, I think it's about 2 hours, but it doesn't feel that long. Uh, I'm looking for the running time. These are some of the old discs. You see, one of these open things. It looks really cool. I like that. It opens up like a storybook. There's Tracy Lords. I'm sorry, people that say that she can't act. I know she did porn. I'm not gonna judge her. In porn, all you gotta do, you don't even have to act. All you gotta do is get aroused and get on with somebody else. That's basically what it is. But anyway, I do like her in other films. I've seen her in some PM Entertainment films that I liked her in. I think she's still gorgeous to this day. She's a better actress than Megan Fox. I'll take her any day over Megan Fox or freaking Emily Blunt or Sofia Vergara or any of these actresses that do nothing for me. There's the fight with Blade and with Stephen Dorff's character when he bites the girl on the neck and when he takes off his glasses. It's really cool. I really did enjoy this film, especially seeing it as an adult. I'm glad I didn't see this when I was 13. I would have been probably traumatized with the gore, because there's a lot of gore in this movie. It's not, it definitely doesn't hold back on the violence. Man, where is the running time on this thing? Now here it is. 120 minutes. Didn't feel that long. I could pop this in and watch this with a bowl of popcorn and a soft drink, and I'm ready to go. And the movie is very, very, entertaining to watch. And it's one of my favorite Marvel films that's not an Avengers film. See, I like other Marvel films besides Iron Man, Captain America, Incredible Hulk, Thor, or just the Avengers in general. I think if Blade was in the Avengers, it would be a much more violent movie, and I guarantee you they wouldn't make him PG-13. They would make him R-rated. I do like the Blade TV series with Sticky Fingers. I think he's a decent Blade. I haven't seen the anime. I've heard some mixed things. I'm always up for an anime, but the first Blade movie is awesome. Watch it if you haven't watched it. Don't be afraid that it's from 1998, because it doesn't live up. It holds up very well. And I can definitely vouch for this film because I watched it at least twice on this DVD because it has a commentary I heard. And if they, David S. Goyer, this is when he was writing things that weren't just, Nolan's Batman films. See, this needs to be dark. You can't make this a comedy because that's not what Blade is. It got more comedic when they got to the third one, but I'll get to that. And I do like that movie. I know a lot of people hate it, but I have seen much worse. And I can vouch for that film, but I'll get to that in another day. But the first Blade is awesome. I have no major problems with it, except for some of the bad CGI that they throw in, and a couple of characters that are kind of underused. Like Sanaa Lathan, she played Blade's mother. She's in like one scene, and some of the characters here and there. But really solid film. Do not let your kids watch this. This is not a kids movie. It's more of a like a goth superhero film than anything else, and it's worth your time and money if you can buy it. But that was Blade, the 1998 film. I think it's really solid. Take this review with a grain of salt if if you're skeptic on the film. But I'm glad I saw it, and I'm glad I own it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for supporting me. Even when I was out, you guys have commented on my videos and been nice about it, and you haven't trolled me. I'm glad, because it's been a rough year for me. I'm not gonna lie. There's been a lot of stress in my life, and ups and downs. But being here on YouTube, I feel up because you guys are always watching and you treat me with respect that I deserve. So thanks for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. And also, happy Father's Day to you fathers out there.